What's up, Facebook family? How y'all doing? Dr. Art McCoy.
Good to be with you.
95.5 R&B for the Lou. Miss Anita here with you on this afternoon. Listen, y'all know it is time for us to do the sound off. We do have a special guest in the studio. Y'all know, listen, there are some times in life where you meet people and you may see a movie that reminds you of somebody, and then the real life person shows up. So our guest today is Dr. Art McCoy. He is the superintendent of schools for the Jennings School District. Say hello to the people.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be with you. Hello, all people in the land.
Yes, we're going to give you a round of applause. Dr. McCoy.
Thank
So
you.
listen, let's jump right into this, you all.
Let's go to work.
So Dr. McCoy, tell us your background. We know that you're a superintendent of schools. You have come into the Jennings School District and made some wonderful things happen. So give us a little history on how you came about for this area.
You know, first I just want to say it's been a pleasure to be with you, and it's a pleasure to just serve the community. I am the youngest certified educator in the state of Missouri, getting my bachelor's degree at 18, my teaching certificate at 19, began teaching then, became a principal at 22, gifted director at 25, got my PhD, assistant superintendent of schools at 28, and then a superintendent of schools by 31. I was superintendent and one of the youngest in the state of Missouri and one of the youngest in the country, and the first African American to be the superintendent of Ferguson, Florissant. And then I'm still a superintendent now, still serving part of Ferguson and then all of Jennings and a little tip of the city of St. Louis. I do some national work and some international work with the WE organization, and I'm on several boards, about 20 boards to be exact, and just love serving the community, but knowing that we can move at the speed of the need for our people. Nobody's coming to save us. We have to do it for ourselves. So let's do it right now because we have the power. Let's take it to work.
Let the people know nobody is coming to save us. We were talking about that off air, and sometimes we, you know, in our community think that we should be waiting around for something to happen. But for you, you say you're the youngest. What made you know that this was your work? First of all, people reference you as Joe Clark.
Well, thank you for that.
This is our St. Louis Joe Clark, because you get the work done and you really are here to service your students and service the community. So what makes you say that this was your work? This is what you wanted to do?
Well, you know, in my spirit, I say, you know, you can call me anything. You can call me Mickey Mouse. Just know that I don't play. So we just have so much that needs to be done. You know, pain propels me into my purpose. And so that's what makes me do what I do. It's the pain that we see with people in poverty. It's the pain that we see with people in oppression. And so from the very beginning, I found my voice in the middle of the Rodney King riots, and when kids were walking out of school because of the end of the DSA program, I said, I found my voice. And I said, this isn't right. We need to be better than this. And the youth led us into a better day from what we had at that time. So it's still, every day I'm learning from the youth, because youth are able to say, there's a better way, there's another way, we're hungry, we're ready, put us in, coach. And that's where I get a lot of my inspiration, my ideas from having just fun and time with my students, making sure that they get what they need to succeed. So that's why we have like 2 healthcare clinics, the only district in the state of Missouri that has a dental clinic, in addition to mental health and immunizations and even minor surgeries at both the elementary and middle school level. We're the only district that has 2 homeless shelters, where we call them hope houses. Where college has frat houses, we have hope houses, where my students literally help to build and repair and refurbish homes, because we have a construction academy that allows students to build houses and build on hospitals. So they built the home and we place the family in it. We have 2 grocery store food hubs where we feed everybody every day. So, you know, we're doing things that shows that we love the community. We want to be loved in action. What
makes the community so valuable? What is it that, how are the parents receiving you and the community receiving all of this? Because it seemed like this could be something that could be duplicated among all the communities.
Yes, well, that's true.
So is this something that could be in the works for everybody? But what makes it so valuable?
So yes, it's in the works to duplicate it. I've been asked to make sure that we spread it to other districts. The RBC has asked me to do that, the Regional Business Council, and I've been just really thrilled to work with the stl.works initiative to get people to work. And so people are ready in the business setting, the school districts, and the community. But we give 4 guarantees, and when our parents hear and know of these 4 guarantees, guarantees, they are like, we're with you, ride or die forever, Dr. McCoy. And those 4 guarantees are, we will pay for up to 65 college credit hours for students to any college in the area, not just the community college, but to WashU, UMSU, SLU, and even Rankin, and all the colleges. We have students taking credit hours from each of them, and we pay for that while they're in high school. We guarantee an internship, paid internship before graduation. So I have students making $15 an hour and even up to $20 an hour in the construction industry, and they of course get an industry recognized credential, like a forklifting credential, OSHA 10 and 15, and then that's why the corporations say, we will pay you $20 an hour to help build a hospital like Neat House in St. Louis City right now, or Perrick, or even Clayco. And so then we also guarantee a year of power skills, not soft skills, because there's nothing soft about being well-dressed, well-paid, and well-prepared to be a worker and a wonder kind. So those are power skills. We give a year of that, both in middle school and in high school. And then, of course, we make sure that our kids just are loved with all those wraparound supports that I talked about, from homeless, from 2 Hope Houses to grocery store hubs and more. So we provide those things, IRCs, free credit hours to college up to an associate's degree, as well as a guaranteed job for our students or an apprenticeship before they leave. So parents see that as dollar bills back in their pocket, because 60 credit hours to 65, that's like 20 grand to 50 grand in their pocket. A job where kids making $20 an hour, that's more money than some of our parents make.
See, that's why I wanted you to pause. I was like, hold on, parents, did y'all hear that? That was a paid internship.
Paid. We guarantee that. And so our students and our parents are like, well, can you help my husband to get that same internship? And so we make sure we share our partners and share our love. And it's just a blessing to have over 100 corporations saying, we're behind you to do this in Jennings. We've been doing it for 4 years to 5 years. This is my 5th school year, and now it's time to spread some of this. We're spreading the NAF academies to Ferguson, Florissant, to U City, to the city of St. Louis, to Hawthorne. And so really everybody is jumping on board to do more and to move at the speed of the need for our people. So I'm just excited to be a part of that change, because I literally came back into the superintendency to do really one thing, and that is to show people that there's another way to do it. We don't have to have the same old. We don't have to have status quo. I am not a status quo sustainer. I'm about doing something and being the first, the only, or the best. And that's the only reason why I'm in this. And then it's time to move on when that's done.
Yeah, see, you know what? This is what you love, a person who know where they should be going.
Yes.
Know how to move the wheel to get there. And then you have those students, you have your staff, you have that community that is behind you.
That's right. It's a we thing, not a me thing. It takes the whole beloved community. When the community is together, you can do anything. And so we are getting together so we can make stuff happen. The other thing we tackled is like Camp Cable, or CABLE, which stands for Careers and Pathways in Law Enforcement, because there's a need to have more representation of minorities, African Americans, and others in law enforcement, because we need to be the people that's enforcing safety, not have it be done to us, but be done with us. So we're going that pipeline, and we're partnering with other school districts as far as even East St. Louis, but also with Rittner and others around, to make sure that we have 50 kids in the pipeline, mentored every month by cops, and then getting some stipends to become pre-cadet cops. And so that's all. These things are being paid for by some generous sponsors and business people that give us significant dollars each year to make sure we can do things that haven't been done before.
Dr. McCoy, you have said so much. When we were talking about you, Tud and I were at an event at the Chick-fil-A, and we were speaking about you, and as soon as we said your name, it was like, oh yeah, I know Dr. McCoy. Dr. McCoy, yeah, he's Joe Clark. Dr. McCoy, he gets the work done. And so we just need more people like you in the community. And I want to say, on behalf of us here at the station, our listeners, and all of us, just thank you, because we need people that are for our kids. And then do the work, and not just speak about it, but really actually be about it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's time to get to work.
Our
kids need it, and we have it in us. Let's be all that we know we can be. So I thank you for the opportunity and for the support.
Absolutely. And tell anybody if you got some information where they can reach you, if there's something you want them to share. Is there
by all means, if you go to artmccoy.com or Severing the Gap, that's SEVERING, the Gap.com, you'll be able to see all the latest things that's going on, and it's also out there on Facebook. If you just see Art McCoy on Facebook, you'll see Camp Cable, you'll see our food hubs, you'll see all the events, and you'll see stl.works for job opportunities for high schoolers, college students, and adults. So we're not just stopping at high school. stl.works is the place to get training and jobs right now that's going to be living wage jobs for people who are looking into it. So we look forward to supporting you.
Thank you so much. Listen, you all, if you did not get the information, it's going to be on on our website at 955thelou.com before the end of the day. We'll have that information for you, so you can go back and catch this interview with Dr. McCoy. Okay, thank you again for your time. We appreciate you for being here, and you keep up the amazing, amazing work.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you. Y'all keep it locked right here. We got more on the way. 95.5 R&B for the Lou.
When is the last